I'm Michael Turko. Over a dozen city school bus drivers say their cars were towed to make way for a street paving job. They say there were no signs and no warning. The Turko Files, KUSI News.
KUSI News, Turko Files.
School bus drivers for the San Diego School District banded together and called KUSI's Michael Turko on this one.
It was a terrible deal. Turko says their private cars were seized while they were at work earlier this week in a dispute over parking signs.
We're talking about specially trained professional drivers here, the men and women we trust to be aware and obey traffic laws when they transport our kids. Well, now a whole bunch of them are being accused of being scofflaws on their time off. They don't get parking from the school district when they show up for work, so they park their personal cars on the street. And early Monday morning, that cost them big bucks. They got towed away. Outrage was the reaction here at the bus yard in Kearney Mesa. At least a dozen drivers returned from their morning routes on Monday and found their cars gone, cited and hauled off to make way for a city paving job on Engineer Road. The cost, over $300 a piece.
Towed and ticketed.
Towed and ticketed.
Can you guys afford this kind of thing?
Not really.
They work a split shift before and after school, and they arrive here as early as 5 a.m.
I got here at around 5:15.
5:15 in the morning?
Yeah, in the morning I didn't see any signs.
No signs?
No signs at all.
Carlos Livingston tells the same story, but when he left to start his carefully timed route, he says he saw construction workers get out of two pickup trucks.
Carrying all these signs saying do not park, and start placing all these signs along the sidewalk by the car.
They're putting up these signs at what time?
At 6:19 in the morning.
6:19, and you'd already got here. Were there any signs up when you got here?
There was no signs when we got here at all.
LaCora Horsley got here even earlier, before anyone else arrived.
And there was no cars on the street at all, no signs. So
You could see the whole street.
Yes, sir.
Did you see any signs on this block of Engineer Road?
No, sir, I did not.
The road work was done by a private contractor working for the city. A private towing outfit hauled off the cars.
Parked in the same spot, same time every day. I didn't see any signs. When I got back there, my car's gone, and there's a few cars left being towed away.
The San Diego Police Department enforces parking regulations. They tell me those signs were in place when they ordered the cars towed on Monday morning, but they have no way of knowing if the signs went up 24 hours in advance as required by the city code. They say that's the contractor's responsibility. That contractor is SRM Paving, so I pay them a visit at their Mission Valley offices and talk to the general manager.
I'm getting all kinds of conflicting stories from the city today, from you, and we're up there, and I don't even know what's hashed out yet.
Or did you guys put signs up and leave them up?
We don't have any, no comment really.
Drivers tell me some signs were put up last week, right before several windy rainstorms swept through. But the work was apparently postponed several times, and even school district employees who did not have their cars towed back up the driver's story.
Last week there were some signs because they did some work on this last week.
But after that?
Well, I didn't see any signs on Monday when I came.
And the drivers say they're not backing down. They say they'll file claims with the city. And if that doesn't work, they say they'll sue the contractor in small claims court. I'm Michael Turko, only on KUSI News.